Hello again. Hi, this is Cindy and Josh, or Josh and Cindy, one of those. And we're here in the Kiss&Tell section of our program, segment. And what we'd like to talk to you today is a little bit about trust and how important trust is in a relationship and what it means to really trust your partner and how to know when it is you can trust and when it is that if that trust has been violated, how to work and get that back. So that's kind of what we're going to talk about. It kind of sets the stage a little bit. So, honey, would you like to discuss a little bit? I know we had for probably the first, 4, 5, 6 months of our relationship, we were on opposite sides of the country. Typically, we saw each other maybe once every 4 weeks to 6 weeks, something about that. And there was a lot of times in there where we had to trust, right?
Yeah. I happen to have a friend of mine who is struggling with, was talking to me about struggling with trust issues with her boyfriend.
Okay.
And she went dancing one night. They weren't officially together at the time, and then she was with a friend, and the friend told her, you know what, you should just forget all about him, kind of thing, and just, and so she said, why don't you just find somebody else to dance with, doesn't matter, or whatever.
Okay.
And just have a good time, just forget all about it. And then she did.
Okay.
She found somebody else, and she had a good time, I guess. And then later, now that they've reunited, now he's seen pictures of that night and is now asking questions and saying, how can I trust you? I don't know if I can ever trust you again, or things like that.
That's a tough one. I would guess and say that their relationship is deepening. Mm-hmm. More than likely, if I had to guess on this isn't an instance of that particular instance, trust being violated. It sounds like that as they're deepening their relationship, just some old stuff is cropping up, probably for the guy.
Yeah.
That what's happening for him is that he's questioning internally, because this sounds like it's a long time ago. And like as a guy, it's like, hey, what really happened here, and is this really the crime that it's made out to be? Because more than likely, it doesn't sound like it is, right? No. So it could be something simple that. And has she apologized for it? Has she tried that route to just,
I think she has.
And that still didn't do it.
Yeah, it's still like a question of, can I trust you again?
Yeah. Okay. So it's way deeper. It's way deeper than this instance. Like this instance, and this is a great thing for a lot of stuff. Is like a lot of times, what shows up in a relationship is not ever the event. It's not the actual event that happens. It's the broader. Piece, the broader meaning behind it that's really showing up, that's really what's coming into question here. So I would say it's not necessarily that event, because it sounds like nothing, right?
Yeah, it does.
It sounds like something stupid that, if this guy were my friend, I would say, get over it. Just, do you really love her? Do you not? Do you want to be with her? Those are the real questions that you need to ask in order to, is this something I want to move the relationship forward on or not? Mm-hmm. Because the event in and of itself really doesn't have a lot of weight to it. If she had been sleeping around at that time, I don't know. That might be a different question. Yeah. But it doesn't sound like that's the case.
Well, it honestly reminds me. I don't know how many people are a fan of Friends nowadays.
Yeah.
I happen to still like the show, and there is an issue between Rachel and Ross.
Sure.
Jennifer Aniston. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Got it. Okay. Anyways, and they were dating, and they had been dating for a while, and then she ended the relationship. She said, let's go on a break.
Yeah, the infamous break episode.
The break, yeah.
Yeah.
And so then, she was upset because that same night, Ross got
he hooks
drunk.
Up with somebody else.
Drunk, and he didn't know. And
totally different scenario, right?
Yeah, totally different. But then it was just like, were we on a break or not? And it's the same kind of thing. It's like, well, if you guys weren't together, then you guys weren't together.
Sure.
But if you were, then that's like another story.
Yeah. There's so much more dynamic that happens there, and some of that's manufactured TV drama,
right.
And some of it's true.
Yeah.
So the question is, how do you come back from that?
Yeah. How
do you come back from that? And so if it's the case of whether it's very extreme, it's almost in a case of infidelity, it's almost the case of you have to start the relationship over in some respects. Like you have to go through those initial steps again of, is this somebody I want to be with? You have to ask those questions again and find the answers to that.
Yeah.
And begin building from the ground back up.
Yeah. I think also it's important to clarify what you would want, because say I go out dancing and we had never talked about, oh my gosh, like somebody's asking me to dance, is it okay? Because obviously no, I'm not going home with the person and I have no intention of doing that, but I mean I'm with you, and I don't know if that's an issue. I don't really feel that I would do that. I just don't at this time. But I mean, maybe, who knows? I'm out and I just want to have a good time, and there's somebody who happens to be, some people even just stand next to you and it looks like you're dancing together, and it's like, girls are like, getting into it, and then it's like somebody's behind you all of a sudden. You have no idea.
It's like guerrilla warfare.
It's like, but sometimes that just happens, and I just, like, it's something you just need to talk about. Yeah. It goes back to
rules of the relationship. Like that's really, what kind of rules do you have, and what kind of agreements do you have that you need to work through. And sometimes it's just a communications difference. We have the car driving rules, all sorts of different rules. I mean, we should just do a whole segment on car driving rules. And what are your, and it really boils down to just like, what are your expectations of your partner, or what's your expectations of something? You think things should be done a certain way, and really their idea of it's different. And it's not that it's good or bad, it's right or wrong. It's that your perception is this way and their perception is another.
Yeah.
So, so does that make sense? I mean, I hope that's helpful.
Yeah.
In terms of understanding trust and figuring out trust. And we'd certainly be happy to talk more about what it is that you're specifically having a problem with, and if it's something that we can help, we'd love to. Please, leave a comment on the page, or come to our Facebook page and leave a comment there and engage in the conversation.
Personal message us on that page.
Send us a personal message on that page. Any way that you can to just really, what is it that's troubling you? There's a poll that's up on the page right now, and love to have you fill that out. And we're going to be building more videos like this. So hope you've enjoyed this one. We have fun with these, and that's all I have. Anything else from you, Mom?
No. I just want to say that I'm sorry to my friends who are struggling, but I hope that you find love in the end.
And all things work out exactly the way they should at the right time. They really do. And chances are this is just a small storm that's going to pass. So it's usually the way it works. So that's us signing off.